Hi, hello everyone. Hello and welcome to the Fitness Hacks brought to you by Life Fitness. I had a lot of people comment in the comment section saying how useful it was. But to lend a little more clarity, I thought today's segment will be on one of the mother of all exercises. For me, I call squats the mother of all exercises because of how I take to it and how well my body responds to it and what are the benefits it gives me. So for more clarity and for more understanding, I'm going to divide it into three segments: what, why, and how. What are the different types of squats, what are the different ways to do it, and then why do I do it, why do I find it is very important or very beneficial for me, and how exactly to go through these exercises, right? So first, in the first segment, as I said, in the what segment, I'll just call out the different segments. So let's get into it. So what are the different type of squats? The first type of squat, as far as I'm concerned, a very basic squat. We even do it in our academy back home. For the young ones, it's really beneficial. You will find that the young kids really blossom with this. And if you're new into weight training and if you want to get the muscles activated, it's a wonderful exercise. And that is the sitting wall chair squats. What is a wall chair squat? A wall chair squat is nothing but where you use the wall and then get into a nice squatting position and hold, or you can have a weight or so and so, which I will address in the how segment again. And then the next squat is your convenient goblet squat, holding the, I'll tell you again about it in the how section. And then it will be the natural progression will be going into a barbell squat, barbell front squat to be precise. And what's the next one? Actually, the progression. The front squat will enable you to do, a certain amount of weight. But if you want to increase your weight, you think you're progressing really well, which at many stages I do. I love doing this in season, this particular squat, which is the back squat, where you can really load up more, have it behind you. Front squat is somewhere where the bar will rest here in this position and you can cock it like this. And the back squat is where it rests in the back side. And, and then the final exercise is one of the more lovely exercises. It's the overhead squat. It challenges every part of your body. Squat itself challenges every part of your body. The entire body starts working in rhythm, and that's why I love squats. Okay, now these are the different type of squats that I particularly do. And there is obviously single leg squats as well. Single leg squat, they call is an isometric exercise where one leg, you're on one leg and basically squatting on it. And then finally there is another exercise called the pistol squat, which I have never tried. I can never do it because my range is compromised. But if you look at really strong people, people who can really touch the ground, and a lot of people are blessed with that sort of range. It's basically an Indian toilet position. Imagine getting to an Indian toilet position with just single leg. Obviously, I have not demonstrated it because I don't do it. I only demonstrated whatever exercises in terms of squats that I do. So yeah, that's that. Okay, I'll see you at the other end, and that segment will be on I said what are the different types of squats? Why do I do the squat? Will be the next segment. Right. Hope you all enjoyed the different type of squats that I explained and that I do, and obviously in demonstration you will be seeing it. Now, why do I squat? Why is it necessary for a cricketer? I'm a spinner. A lot of you will think I'm a spinner who can bat. I'm not necessarily a fast bowler. Do spinners need to lift weights? Of course, spinners need to lift weights, especially squat. Like I said, it's the mother of all exercises. It enhances your performance, and I can vouch for it, right? When I was 19, 20 years old, people often said getting into a gym, my coaches used to say, do not go to a gym. If you go in gym, you lose your cricket, you lose your skills, which is a taboo which has been broken completely. And I can tell you, good training and good squatting will definitely enhance your skill, even if you're a spinner, if you're a batsman, you're a bowler, or even a normal person, right? You're working 24/7, you're a corporate job holder, you're sitting on a chair and working all day long. Squatting is probably the best thing that you can do. You don't necessarily have to add it with a maximum amount of weight. Like I always said, it's not about how much you lift, it's about how well you lift and how efficiently you lift. Everything about my skill is with squatting. Just think about it for a while. If you're batting, right, in a stance position, if you look at it, the batsman will be squatting. It'll be a quarter squat. His gluteal muscle will go into a sort of a hinge position. He will rest comfortably where the legs can move around. So if you do train your squatting really well, going in and out of front foot, back foot, pushing off from front to back, going forward, playing for a long duration of time, your body will be light. And I've always noticed whenever I've squatted well, whenever I've lifted well, I can do it for a long period of time. As a spinner, longevity is very important. As a person who bats and bowls, being able to do it over a period of 5 days and break again and doing it for a considerable amount of time, as we are in the 5 test match series now as I'm speaking, it's going to be extremely crucial. And I find the better I squat and the quicker I squat. When I say quicker I squat, going down is fine. When I come up, I try and come up really, really fast and quick. That really gives me the edge. It tells me I'm light on my feet. And if I'm light on my feet, even at the bowling crease, if I'm like, let's just assume my body this, if I'm straight, if I'm, not compromised, not, sinking in with my hips, then I'm in a lovely position to deliver the ball. Even with fielding, when you walk in and you base up, they say base up before you field the ball. That is also a quarter squat position as far as I'm concerned. And I'm tall as well. So getting into a squat position in and out is very, very important in every skill. And if I'm really light on my feet and I'm squatting well, I also avoid and prevent a lot of injuries that can happen and occur. Okay, so that's with regards to why I squat and why I love squatting. Okay, now it's time to move into this next segment. How do I squat? How can one squat? Yeah, so the what and why segment is out of the way. So it's important that we address the how segment. How can we squat? Sir, I am absolutely a no one. I can't, I've never done any sort of gym work. I'm at home. I'm an office goer. I'm a corporate job. I hold a corporate job. So how do I go about it? It's very simple. If you have to start basically, and that's how I started. I started when pretty late. I was playing for Tamil Nadu in the Moinadollar Trophy, and the past Indian team trainer Ramji Srinivasan introduced me to a wall squat position. In a wall squat position, most things are safe and comfortable. You never injure yourself. But I am not an SNC. In case you have doubts, consult a physician or a qualified SNC coach. So just lean your back entirely on the wall, rest it up, get into a nice chair position. So basically, your a calf muscle till about knee becomes the legs of a chair, and then from your hamstring to about your hip position forms that base seat that you do without a chair, and then your back is nicely rested upon as demonstrated. Hold in there for 30 seconds to a minute. I love holding in there for 1 minute. If you feel your legs are strong enough, lift one leg off and try and do it with a single leg. That's lovely. Now if you think that's done, get it out of the way, add weight. Challenge yourself. Hold, a plate or a dumbbell or whatever you want. The ideal position, do not put extra weight with your hands on the thighs, which is the common mistake most people do. And if you're someone who plays, if you're an athlete, if you're a cricketer, and if you're young, it's now time to start. This is a wonderful exercise. Even as a youngster, we've introduced this to our academy kids. As a youngster, the legs, strong legs and good squatting position enables your performance at junior age category as well. And right, what's next? We have mastered it. The next one is very simple. Getting into a goblet squat position, a goblet squat. A lot of people give you 2 dumbbells to hold by the side. I personally don't do that. I feel my weight moves around a lot, shifts a lot. My back is not straight. So I get into a goblet squat position, hold the dumbbell like this, right next to my neck and close to my chest. Do not allow it to go outside your body, which is how I like it. And it's nice and close, nicely tucked in, feel balanced and comfortable. And now sit back into a chair position, in and out for reps. And that's a lovely position. Even now I do it as a part of my warm-up as well sometimes. So a set or 2 away. If you're doing a strength exercise, a squat full-fledged, I do anywhere between 3 to 4 sets. Off season, I do about 8, 10 to 12 reps every set. And in season, I reduce the reps and increase the load that I put onto the squats. If I can't lift much, I try and reduce the amount of load I lift, because it entirely depends on how well my body recovers during games, how much I've bowled, how much I've batted, so on and so forth. Then if you're done with the goblet squat, even the goblet squat position, I put a chair right behind. So my aim is to just touch the chair with my glute and then up in a bang. And then the next exercise, natural progression, is the front squat. Get a bar, add weight plates, or even if you can't add weight plates, if you can't lift load, it's great. Just hold the bar and squat, sit back into the chair position and out, in and out. In all these exercises, it's very important to keep your back straight. Back straight meaning it can be here, but it needs to be straight rather than arching from the top, which is quite dangerous, as physicians would say. Again, if you have any doubts, consult a physician or an SNC coach, which I always maintain. From a front squat, if the front squat, I lift about 60 kilos now, 60 to 70, depending on the day. And if I want to load up more, I definitely go into a back squat position. put the bar at the back side here. It forms this position, the bar is here, and then you squat backwards. My range in the back squat is much lesser to compare to the front squat because my back is ramrod straight. I can't go a little lower. So I try and keep my back straight, go into a half squat position and come up fast. And that's a favorite exercise in season for me. And then the next exercise and progression is the overhead squat, in which I do not add weights. I start up with it as a warm-up exercise, try and hold it right up with a bar, maybe add 5 kilo plates and go nice and deep. And it's a lovely position. It just opens up my hip. So these are the particular squatting exercises that I do, and this is exactly how I do it. So what are you waiting for? Like I said, squats are the mother of exercise as far as I'm concerned. So if you like squats, try and consult a physician or an SNC if you have any doubts and get squatting. Thank you.